Hello, my fellow Snarkitarians. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, we have now entered into daylight savings time, and that makes me very, very happy. And why is that? I hate winter. Can't stand it. Get so depressed, and for some reason this year seems to have been even worse than prior years, because it's not only is it dark during winter anyway because of the position of the earth and the sun and the moon and whatever, but also because it was cloudy and rainy, at least in this part of the country, and it sucked. So even when it was like sunny outside, which wasn't very often, it was bitter cold, or if it was supposed to be on the warm side, then it was rainy and dreary and crappy out anyway. So I thought that for this week's video, I would do a pretty kind of soft glam spring look with the eyeshadow, and then do a little tutorial on that using the Soft Glam Palette from Anastasia of Beverly Hills. And my thought was I wanted to incorporate some purples and some greens and some peachy oranges. And initially I was just going to do a purple and pink kind of thing and scrap that because that looked terrible. So I decided finally on more of like a bronzy peach with a little bit of purple and green highlights in there. I have a little purple in the corner of my eyes, a little green under my eyes, and kind of on top of the liner here. So stick around if you want to see how I did this look. I will be doing that for you in just a minute. Okay, so this has been just the never-ending trail of tears here. This is my third attempt of doing this tutorial. The first time I tried this, the look that I ended up going with just did not work. The lighting was okay, the look didn't work. It was more green and purple, and so I wanted to focus on those two colors with just a little hint of coral, and it ended up looking like a bruise. I didn't like it. So last night I ended up coming up with a look that I liked, but when I tried to do it as a tutorial, the lighting was bad and it didn't work. So I'm hoping third time's the charm. Please, please, please. I have decent lighting. I think you'll be able to see what I'm actually doing for a change before the sun goes down, I hope. And I have a look that I like. So let's get started with that. So again, I'm going to be using the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Soft Glam Palette. The colors are going to be much warmer than what I initially picked, but I think that's going to work. And then I'm going to throw in like a little hint of green and the purple. Purple isn't super bright. It's a shimmery liquid shadow from Stila, and the green is actually a very old loose shadow from Bare Minerals. It's probably well past expired at this point, but you know, in the name of beauty, we'll use it. Again, if you don't have this palette, obviously you don't need it. You can have other colors that are similar. A lot of times I'll watch YouTubers and be inspired by some of the looks that they have. It's not necessarily the same thing, but it's kind of based on that. So without further ado, here we go. I have my eyelid base on. It's the Urban Decay Shadow Potion. It's the anti-aging one. And I'm pretty much going to do this eye here. I think you'll be able to see that the best. I'm going to start with a somewhat fluffy brush here. Put it here. And this is a this is a BH Cosmetics number 5 shadow brush. It's a little fluffier, a little bit tapered at the top. And I'm going to go in with orange soda, and I'm just going to put that all over my crease. And if you are familiar with Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows, you know they kick up a lot of powder. They're very soft. They're very pigmented, but you have to be careful. So I'm probably just going to build this up a lot. So here we go. And I'm just kind of buffing that all over the crease, bringing it down into the outer corner as well. And Lucy is going to join us. I have not fed them yet, so I will probably be hearing meows from the peanut gallery. Are you hungry? I don't know if you can see her. There she is. Lucy, you're going to be famous. So I'm slowly building that color. It's almost like a sherbet color, which is actually very pretty. I'm going to go in with a clean, fluffy brush and kind of blend that out a little bit more because I don't know that I want that much color. All right. Next, I'm going to go in with tempera. And it's a very light white color. I'm going to put this on the brow bone and to kind of help blend out the top of that orange soda color as well. Gives a nice little highlight too, a little shimmer. I'm going to take a little bit of burnt orange with a smaller, this is another BH Cosmetics brush, but it's a smaller one. This is a number 6. And I'm going to go into burnt orange very carefully. Again, this is tapered. I'm going to put this in the crease just to kind of deepen the crease out, deepen the crease a little bit. Actually going to change brushes. I will come back to that one. I just want to pack a little bit more color. So I'm going to use, this is a brush from Morphe. This is the M433 brush from Morphe. I don't believe it is synthetic, but it has nice sturdy bristles. They're kind of on the firm side, so they're better at kind of packing that color in. But it is a little tapered, if you can see from the side. So again, just going to go in, man, a lot of kick up. And I'm going to go straight in with the brush, no, not much of an angle, and just kind of sweep that in the corner to deepen that up. You can see that start to build. And then I'm going to take that BH number 6 brush and kind of blend that together. Okay. Next, I'm going to take my finger, I'm going to add a little bit of a pink shimmer to this. I'm going to go in with the rose pink on my ring finger. Pretty shimmery color, and just go in, tap that all over my lid. You don't need much. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. All right. It's a nice pinky sheen on there. Now I think I'm going to go in. I have a little... Do you guys remember Garden Botanica? Do you remember those places? I don't remember. I think Ulta was around that time. I'm talking 90s, people. I used to work in a mall, and downstairs there was this Garden Botanica, and I don't know if it's supposed to be like more natural cosmetics and things like that, but I think you could also kind of formulate your own perfume, your own fragrance. But I remember going in with my mom and we were picking out our colors, and I always went cool. I don't know why. I picked out cool colors and like a berry lipstick. But anyway, I had a couple brushes in this bag, and this is one of them. Holy smokes, I still have it. I think you can't even read. It's like worn off. But anybody remember those places? I always thought they were fun. So I'm going to take a little bit of, what did I decide? Glistening. Just a tiny bit. And I'm just going to put that on the center of the lid just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. And I think on top of that, I'm also going to add a little bit of tempera. All you artists, I'm guessing it's like tempera, like the artist kind of thing. But that just kind of makes it a little bit more shimmery. Now I'm going to deepen up the corner a little bit, give it a little pizzazz, and bring some color up onto my brow bone. For this, I'm also going to use a Morphe brush. This is the R39 brush. It's similar to the 433, but it's a little bit tapered, a little bit more tapered. So I'm going to go in with Sienna. Not a lot at all. And I'm going to do something that you're not supposed to do. And, well, I can't really do it because I can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to go on the outer corner here. Normally I pull my eyelid. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm just going to buff that. And I need to come up to the top a little bit, a little like right on my brow bone to really make that, because my eyes are so much more hooded. This one is less than my other one. I really have to go up high for you to be able to see that color. I'm just going to blend that on the outer corner V. So pretty. All right. Here's where the fun begins, if you weren't having fun already. So I'm going to take this Shimmer and Glow from Stila in the color Cloud. And it's almost like a really pale, kind of like lilac purple, but it has like a gold shift to it. So I thought that would be nice going into the middle of my lid with, I used Glistening, which is kind of that glowy gold color. So I'm just going to take a little bit, and I'm actually going to put this on a brush. This brush is awesome sauce. It is another Morphe. It's the M507, and it's really skinny and it's really tapered, and it really gets into that corner nicely. I want to see how many times I can say really, because I noticed in my last video I said it quite a bit. I also said highly recommend quite a bit. And not that I recommend it, but if anybody decided to do a drinking game with that, every time I said highly recommend or highly recommend or recommend, you wouldn't have made it very long. So I'm going to tap this right in the inner corner and bring it out onto the lid just a little bit. Gosh. That's just gorgeous. You don't need much. This stuff puts itself on, really. Bring this in a little bit more. So pretty. Put a little bit more kind of on the bottom portion towards the lash line. I'm going to bring it up just a skosh here as well. Just adds a really pretty shimmer to it. Lavender, spring-like lavender shimmer to it. Now, I'm going to do a little lining on the upper lid. And I'm going to do that with Noir. I just take a angle brush, a thin angle brush. Again, this is the BH Cosmetics number. I'm not sure. I have bad eyesight because I'm getting old, and it's really worn off, so I think it's 11. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to dip a little bit into Noir and just tap it on my lower lash line, or my upper lash line. Just ever so slightly. A little bit goes a long, long way, if you couldn't tell. Since I already have concealer on, I know, hard to tell, I'm going to go and do a little lining on the bottom of my eyes. This is a Morphe 213 brush. This is a fantastic brush. Look how thin it is, how small. And I'm going to take, a Cypress Umber. I'm just going to very carefully dab into that and just kind of swipe that on my lower lash line. I don't use a lot of eyeliners, if any. I usually think that shadows will suffice. And I have enough creasing that I don't need a ton of it. I don't want it to go any deeper into any of my creases. So I'm just going to buff that on there. I'm going to go to another, the BH Pro brush, number 17. Man, these numbers are tiny. I'm sure you can't see them, but, and I'm going to go back into Sienna. Am I going to do, no, I'm not going to use that brush. I'm going to take a pencil brush, BH Cosmetics number 10. If you can't tell, I have a ton of BH Cosmetics brushes, sets, and some good amount of Morphe brushes. They seem to work the best for me. And I'm just going to take that under the eye just to kind of connect the bottom to the shadow on the top. That would probably help if you could see what I'm doing. Just give it a little smudge underneath there. Now, the fun part, I'm going to go back in with that Morphe 213 brush. And I'm going to take my Bare Minerals at the color Envy. This is old. I'm pretty sure it expired a long time ago, but I don't know. I'm going to use it. Like I said, sacrifice things for science and makeup. So what I'm going to do is tap a little bit. I don't even know if I need to tap much. I'm going to tap. Oh, that was way too much. Tap a little bit in the lid. And I have my old Fix Plus here. I'm going to spray the brush. And the great thing about this is it has like a metallic sheen to it anyway. But the best part is when you mix it with a medium like water or a Fix Plus, it almost gets this foiled look. And I'm just going to add a little bit to it on top of the black part of my eyeliner. So I'm going to spray. Look out. Nope. Unlock it first. And we're going to take this, get it right on the edge. And I'm going to swipe it over top of the black liner. Oh, can you pick this up? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'm so excited. I was so afraid you wouldn't be able to see it. It's so pretty. And the foil of that color blends in, kind of speaks to the foil color of the purple. Oh, yes. Take a little bit of that and pop it right underneath the eyeball on the lower lash line as well. Doesn't show up quite as nicely on the bottom lash line as it does on the top. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Oh. Yay. I'm going to take just a little bit more of that sienna color. Just to deepen up that outer corner a little bit. And give it a little buffing action. That looks, I should just never put any eyeshadow under my eyes. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, I am going to put a little bit of that Stila in the inner corner. Most people eat at their kitchen table. I now do eyeshadow tutorials. What do you do when... Oh, no. What do you do when there's way too much? It's such a pretty color, though. I'm going to put a little bit more of that glistening on there. I'm going to pat it on with my finger this time. All right, guys, this is my glam spring look, spring glam look. This is my first time doing this. There were a lot of bumps in the road, and I will probably be better at it. You know, when it's something that you don't normally do, and it's a little bit outside your comfort zone, sometimes it takes a couple times to do it. I think it actually looks better on than it does on camera here. It actually, I'm really happy with the green on there too. That's fun. But I am ready for spring. It was sunny out today. It's beautiful. There's a little bit of sun left, and it's after 6. It's 6:13, and there's still sun out there. So I will do the rest of my makeup, and I will be back to chat with you again in just a little bit. Okay, so this is the finished look. Look at it, look at it, look at it. And I felt like I wanted to do some pastels, keep it really springy and light, and it's a little glam, but I wanted to keep it on the lighter side. You know, it's almost spring. Rita's just opened up. I'm really excited about that, although I don't really want to stand in front of Rita's waiting for water ice when it's 40 degrees. But anyway, spring is coming. It's around the corner. It's coming in like 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. So I thought I'd kind of get ready for it. And I hope you like this look. Like I said, you don't have to use this particular palette. If you have colors, obviously, that are similar, give it a try. It doesn't hurt to think outside the box, think outside the comfort zone every once in a while. You never know what you might get. But I like it. It's light, but it's kind of glam, but it's soft, but it's kind of, you know, sultry at the same time. So again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring the notification bell. Don't forget to check out my Instagram at Pesky Snarkatarian, and also give this video a thumbs up. Again, if you enjoyed the eye look, if it's something that you want to see more of, and I will see you in my next video. Just end it, Jess. For the love of God, just end it.